I'm so can you guys give your introduction? Just 10 seconds of introduction. See, this is overall training program, okay? Agenda. So BRIM has three modules. One is subscription order management. So if you see this code BR234, this code is given by SAP in order to do the certification. So you have to go through this document and give the certification. So I have prepared the content, course content from the certification material only. So I have not deviated anything here. So whatever these standard documentation available in the market, so you can just go and compare with this training agenda as well. And another module is convergent invoicing. So we have a BR245, again the standard material what we have. So we will be having the same content here, and we will achieve how we can fulfill all these functionalities and then features in overall our training program. And then the last module is convergent charging. So BR235. So in this training program, it's not that we have to cover only one module. So we are covering three modules together. Okay. So first we'll go with the subscription order management, and then we'll go to the convergent invoicing. So once we completely familiar with these functionalities, and then if we could able to configure the system end to end by taking one of the client example, and we configure everything in the SAP screens itself, not just explaining the things over the PPT. So we have to see the execution part of each and everything. Then we'll lastly move into this convergent charging. Okay. Uh, uh, Guys,
Yeah,
I think someone, yeah.
I mean,
Any question or uh, you wanted to go on mute? Okay,
Okay,
fine.
Rahul, hi.
Mm-hmm.
So you're referring to the certification numbers, right? So if you have to go for a certification, you have to go for all the three, or one certification would cover all the three examinations.
No, now see earlier when we had the certification, so at the time overall for a BRIM, one certification available. But now, yeah, within the one certification, you have a three documents you have to read it. Not only just three, four documents we have to read it. But now they have segregated. Subscription order management is one, and then
Okay.
convergent invoicing and
CSC.
convergent
Okay.
charging. Yeah, so these are all different certifications. So
Separately.
you have to split it and then you have to. But overall, you have to read four documentations: BR 234 and 245 and 235 and 240. Okay, there is another one that is related to FICA. Okay, finance and then contract accounts receivable and then payable. Okay. Anyway, I'll explain few of the things here. Okay. And one more thing. See, my training program is not just open up the PPT like this and go through all the slides and then explain the things and then finish off this particular training program. So this PPT is just for the reference, but we are not going to read what exactly here and all those stuff. Okay, we don't want to. So we will see everything in the system and how the system need each and every prerequisite to complete the transaction end to end. So that is how we will learn. Okay. So I'm not going to explain any of the PPT for some time. Okay. Now we'll take the plain spreadsheet. So BRIM, most of the guys are already known about the BRIM, so they might have already done some exercise before get into this demo, I guess, right? So billing, just give me 20 minutes of a time. So let me explain the things here. Then we'll have some Q&A. So BRIM stands for Billing Revenue Innovation Management. It's a simple abbreviation. So earlier we used to say this is known as hybris billing. Okay, but now SAP has been changed the naming convention to this BRIM. So whoever talking about hybrid billing, so that is also the same as a BRIM. Okay, and there is a hybrid commerce also in the market. This is also SAP's solution, but don't get confused with the hybrid commerce and then hybrid billing. Hybrid commerce is completely a different solution altogether. There is no any relation with the BRIM solution. Okay, this is related to e-commerce application and then some of the e-commerce dashboard integrations and configurations, all those stuff. So it's a completely Java based product. Okay, so and it has been integrated with the S4 HANA as well. But we are not going to deal with the hybrid commerce at all. So that's what uh, in order to understand the naming convention in the market. So don't get confused between these two. Okay, this is completely non-relevant for us now. So SAP BRIM, okay, consists of three modules as I said. One is subscription order management. Okay, so subscription order management is the module has originated from native CRM module. So we have already native module CRM available in SAP today, right? But now as part of the latest versions of SAP, like from 1909, okay, SAP version 1909 onwards, you don't have a CRM as a separate S4 HANA box, and whatever the functionalities or features of the CRM has been embedded within the S4 HANA. That means, so this is the S4 HANA SAP landscape. So in this landscape, if you see the configuration part of it, okay, whatever the CRM functionalities are available under this services node. Okay, but earlier this is a separate system, separate landscape altogether for S4 HANA and as well as for the CRM. So now all the CRM functionalities have been already embedded now. So that means you don't have to worry in order to have the CRM functionalities configured separately and bring them synchronized with this S4 HANA box with the functionalities of your SD, FI, and whatever we need to integrate. So those kind of a middleware concepts are completely obsolete now. So now CRM is also embedded within the S4 HANA, okay, along with your SD, along with your materials management, along with your financial accounting. So everything, whatever the module you name it, so all the modules are being covered within the S4 HANA single box itself. Okay, so now, so the subscription order management, as I said, it is originated from CRM. So that means, so most of the CRM existing functionalities have been leveraged, okay, for the subscription order management. So that means here, whatever the order management relevant functionalities, especially for the clients who are dealing with the subscriptions, okay, they have added some of the additional transactions over here, additional order types over here, okay, so additional functionalities which are not there today in CRM, so they have given as part of the BRIM solution, but they have embedded within the CRM. Okay, so there is a question back of our mind that we have to learn CRM or what? No need to learn CRM. Why? Because we are learning BRIM. So BRIM has this component. It doesn't mean that you have to learn everything, okay, under the CRM. So we have to know only the functionalities of this subscription order management. So where exactly all these things available? If you go into the SAP again, even though it is available under the CRM services, so there are transactions over here which are embedded along with the CRM transactions, but we have to deal whatever we need related to the subscription order management, and we are going ahead with the functionalities what are available here and configure the system end to end, and we'll see the execution later. So we are going to spend time in order to learn subscription order management. So we have to come over here and we have to go all these, okay, few of the nodes here, not all, which are relevant for the subscriptions, and then we have to deal with it. Okay, this is one thing. So that means in order to learn subscription order management, you are not going away, okay, out of this S4 HANA existing system. So you are within the S4 HANA system only. So that means whoever experienced in SAP, so they are going to learn very easily. Why? Because so there is no any deviation in the screens, functionalities, and features, and the look and feel and everything remain as is. Okay, only you are learning the new transactions and what is the purpose, what is the significance of those transactions as part of the, okay, overall training content what we have in the subscription order management. This is one thing. And okay, so that means S4 HANA has this subscription order management. Okay, but what exactly this order management deals with it? Okay, so as I said, order management deals with the products and whatever the offerings by any of the client who has more of subscriptions or relevant business use cases, then they are going to deal with subscription order management module. Simple. Okay, so here yeah, usually I take the example of Netflix. So Netflix is one of the, okay, OTT subscription. So what you do, you end up paying probably 999 per month, right? So as long as you have already given the authentication or authorization to debit the amount 999 from your credit card, so till you, okay, deactivate that particular service, so every month this 999 amount has been deducted from your, okay, account or from your card. So this is what it is happening. So this is kind of a monthly subscription for this Netflix, right? So in this case, so subscription order management deals with this particular Netflix subscription. So Netflix is kind of a product for us, and this product has, this is the amount, but what is the billing type over here? It's a monthly. Okay, and when the billing must be created, okay, this is again based on the subscription has been activated. So someone taken the Netflix on a 10th, and someone taken the Netflix subscription on 15th, and someone taken on 30th. So based on the, okay, billing cycle date, so your month or billing period would be calculated automatically, and your billing is also generated accordingly. Okay, so when exactly the billing must be created. So all these are all just a basic understanding what we have, right? But how do we convert everything into subscription order management? So it is just one particular offering. So likewise, we have so many clients. Like if you go to the adobe.com, every product what Adobe is, okay, selling their products to the customers over the cloud. Okay, there is no any physical good which they have to deliver, and there is no any software application which they have to deliver as a physically. So everything over the cloud which they are providing as a service. Okay, so this is completely software as a service model. And if you go to the AWS, if you go to the Google Cloud Platform, okay, if you go to the Azure, okay, so if you go to any of the clients who are okay, having tolling services, okay, and few of the clients in Australia and then UK for the postal departments, okay, so they have already implemented SAP BRIM. And for some of the clients who are having these ticketing tools in India, like Yatra and Make My Trip, right? So the same way, there are some of the clients who are having these kind of a ticketing, okay, services also using this. Even iTunes, okay. So you have so many apps in the App Store, and then if when you are subscribing to these particular apps, right? So there is some kind of integration with this BRIM. So that is how some part of the functionalities or use cases have been even implemented. Okay. So likewise, so many, okay, uh, many clients who are having their business and which are related to the subscriptions, and those use cases can be easily accommodated with the BRIM solution. And if they are already having the ERP and SAP ERP, and if they wanted to, okay, upgrade their subscription business, then BRIM is one of the best solution. Okay, so there is no any end-to-end ERP application available in the market. So SAP is the leader, and now Oracle Cloud is coming into the picture. Okay, but still they are into the second place, but we are the first place. Okay, now, so back to the subscription order management again. So if you understood this particular example, okay, so there are some of the functionalities, okay, so how the master data to be created, okay, for the particular customer who opted the Netflix subscription. So first we have to know about that customer details, customer address, and then what kind of account which we need to create for the customer, what is his payment methods, okay, whether he can pay over the credit card or whether he can pay as a direct debit or a cash, or what is the mode of payment to. So all these things are also need to be, and how the complete customer structure to be maintained. So whether are we selling this particular, okay, Netflix product in which region, so how do you describe that particular region, and whether this customer is, okay, bought this subscription via portals or through any of the channel. So all these things are coming to the picture overall. Why? Because Netflix is a very minimum, okay, bare minimum use case. But if you go into the AWS, Adobe, and all, you have a lot of flavors in it. Okay. So first we have to have the master data, and master data consists of not only just a customer master, you have a customer master and product master, you have a pricing master too. So all these things we have to, okay, consider uh, for the consideration of the client use cases. And then you have a order. So at the end of the day, we have to have the order to be placed in the system, right? In order to capture the particular product and its offering, right? So all these offerings must be also available in the order. So once this is done, then eventually you go with the billing later point of time, based on the situation when we need to generate the bill, whether we need to generate the bill upfront or later. That means upfront billing, probably if it is a prepaid, yes, you can generate it. Later point of a time, probably it is postpaid. Okay. So prepaid in other form for other clients, it's a one-time bill. Okay. And postpaid, so I would say in the other terminology, it's a recurring billing. Right. So there are some of the flavors again based on the products which you have chosen. So again, there is a differentiation between these billing types too. So everything has been covered and decided upfront as part of the master data, and as well as, okay, from the transactional data. Okay, then you do the integration with the other modules within the BRIM area. So this is how overall. Okay, so when we go into the details, probably you will come to know. So subscription orders, and then as well as what are the transactions, what we have. So how do you deal with these particular transactions? Even later point of time, it is not just in the forward flow that you have created the order, but customer can come at any point of a time and then he can modify his existing order, existing subscription, I would say, right? Maybe he has taken, okay, 10 Netflix subscriptions, but after 6 months he wanted to disconnect only, uh, okay, he can continue only 5, and he wanted to disconnect only another 5. So how do you, okay, give that service to the customer? So what is the, okay, mechanism in the system to generate all these, okay, use cases or transactions and everything? And the same way customer wanted to renew it, or customer wanted to renew only few of the quantity, and customer wanted to even increase the quantity, okay, and customer want to have the change in a price, okay. So many use cases later point of time, and how do you do that, and we will see in the system. The same way products are also very much important here, not only just a product what we have seen as a Netflix. So if you go to the uh, aws.com, you guys with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you see the product section, you have a hell lot of products man here. So one particular feature itself, you have these many products. And if you go inside these products, there are a lot of variations, okay, especially the subscription relevant pricing, okay, which includes. So again, see, almost like thousands of products available, and all these products are, okay, selling to the customers over the cloud. It is not only just to the direct customers. There are distributors, partners, OEMs, and so many, okay, different variations in terms of the route to markets and how they are selling these products. So this is all very large scale of, okay, your products and then pricing in the AWS. The same way you can observe in the GCP and as well as Azure. Okay. If you go to one of the simplest product, EC2. EC2 is like your RDP, remote desktop. Okay. How we know the remote desktop? The same way EC2 is one of the product name. But you are going to get it if you want to subscribe, and that is through a cloud. Okay. That means this is the product which is available as part of the SaaS. Okay. Software as a service from the Amazon Web Services. So here, if you see the product overview, so what exactly this product is all about? 750 hours per month for 12 months with the AWS free tier. So that means if you subscribe this, 750 hours of the cloud usage time, okay, has been given free, and beyond 750 hours, then there would be a charging to the customer. So that means if you subscribe, if you take this particular product, so there would be a metering. That means there would be a usages incurred in the backend. So based on the usage, you have to be charged. So even though you subscribe it, it is not just straight away you are end up paying some kind of amount and then, okay, your bill has been generated maybe one time or recurring. Okay, so there is a usage is also involved in it. So we have to capture that usage later point of time, and then we have to rate it what exactly the price for those particular consumptions you have been used. Okay, and then you have to get it billed to the customer. See here, there are a lot of on-demand plans, saving plans, and spot instances. Okay, so if you spend some time later after this session or sometime later, today or tomorrow, you just go with the pricing section and then try to read it. So many flavors are there here, so many, okay, price variations. So if you see here, per hour rating, and if you are taking the instance for 1 year, 3 year, there is a lot of differentiation. And if you are taking the same EC2 from multiple regions, there is a different, okay, difference in the pricing. So likewise, so many, okay, variations in terms of products and then pricing, especially for the SaaS industry. So why I have given this example? I wanted to just give the more complexity on this particular use case. It is not just a simple what we just explained here. So there is a lot of complexity when it comes to the use cases, how they are selling into the market today. Okay, that is one thing. So whatever the use case you observe from any of the client, that can be easily accommodated within the subscription order management, especially to deal with the subscriptions initially before billing operations, before billing generation, before billing trigger, whatever the prerequisites we have to have it, that has to be captured in the form of orders. Those orders are available in the subscription order management. Okay, clear so far, guys? Shall I pause for questions so that we can move on next module and next thing, next topic? Clear?
So we can, so we can handle either a service or a physical product for a subscription
I'll
business in
yeah
BRIM, right?
I'll yeah,
Okay.
absolutely right. Yeah. Okay, fine. Now, so once this subscription order management, okay, done with any of your use cases, especially on the transactions or orders, what exactly you have dealt within the system, then that information will go back to convergent invoicing. So this is also one of the other module within the BRIM solution. Okay, so convergent invoicing needs some data in order to generate the billing. Okay, billing is one of the document. So this deals with the majorly billing document generation, and it generates the invoicing document also separately. Okay, what is the difference between this billing and invoicing? On a high level, I'm not going into the details. It's kind of a statistical document. Okay, that means it is just an internal to SAP. Okay, this document doesn't have any account postings and all those stuff. Okay, but invoicing document is the posting relevant document. Posting relevant means, so there is a GL trigger happen, general ledger triggers happens here. Okay, as soon as you generate the invoicing document. So majorly convergent invoicing need to generate the billing document for a particular subscription, whatever the customer subscribed to, right? And at the end of the day, we have to know for our revenue recognition what the amount has been, okay, uh, has to be received from the customer. So for that, we have to generate the invoicing amount, and we have to deal with that particular outstanding amount later with our receivables and then payable processes. Okay, with integration of some other modules within SAP, but convergent invoicing deals with only up to invoicing document generation only. Yeah, this is one thing. But in order to generate the billing document, okay, first the billing should be created, then invoicing document, right? But what are the prerequisite for to generate the billing document? Okay, so every module in SAP or any other ERP, okay, in order to generate the billing or invoicing document, you have to have some line items, right? So without line item, how do we know that for what I have to generate the billing? I have to know for a particular subscription, okay, what kind of a product is it? And in this product, what is the quantity? What is the price? What is the other prerequisite? When to be billed? What is the bill from? Bill date? Okay, bill to date. If it is a consumption, consumption start date, consumption end date. Okay, lot of things, right? 1 minute. My RTP has. So now, okay, in order to generate the billing document, we need to have these line items, right? But where are these line items are going to be triggered, okay, for convergent invoicing module, right? So there is an integration from subscription order management to a convergent invoicing. And once we see or once we learn, okay, these module prerequisites in order to configure end-to-end transactions, so we will come to know. But on a high level on the BRIM process, so once this line item information is already taken care as part of the order, so that information has to be served to the convergent invoicing in the form of contract. So contract is an agreement between the, okay, company and then customer. So, but this contract has everything, whatever the details we want. So against this particular contract, the line items have been generated in the system. So these line items we are treating as a billable items. Okay. So once these billable items are available, okay, and the status is billable, okay, it's not a bill, it's not a raw status, it's not some exception status, it's not something else, but as I said, it is a billable. Once this contract has this billable item as part of the replication or as part of the integration between these two modules, then easily you can able to generate the billing document. That's it. So convergent invoicing deals with only these part. Okay, it's a very simple. But how and what are the other functionalities are integrating tightly with the convergent invoicing? So that is something else which we have to go in next level. But overall, so every module has a tight integration with the convergent invoicing. Why? Because at the end, so be it whatever the subscription, whether it is a free subscription or a paid subscription, still you have to generate the invoice. So some of the cloud products you have in the market, okay, from any of the client, so there is a free tier service. So first 60 days or 30 days for some of the students where this Amazon is providing this EC2 console for free of cost for their projects for, okay, 3 months or 6 months. Okay. So for that also, we have to go and generate the invoicing document, but probably that would be a zero billing. But as soon as he's completed his free tier, okay, term, so automatically that will be converted as a paid. So those things also, if you wanted to, okay, handle in SAP BRIM, then yes, we have a functionality to be achieved, right? So this is one thing. But where do you see this convergent invoicing? So as I said, S4 HANA, which is the current native system, okay, which you have already experienced. So how you have the subscription order management relevant functionalities available? The same way, convergent invoicing is also sitting under the financial accounting. But FI is our core SAP module, right? You don't have to learn FI. And within the FI, there is another submodule called FICA. Okay, you might have already heard. So there is a FICA. So finance, contract, accounts receivable and then payable. So this is one of the module and which is sitting under the financial accounting. So this is where. But under this FICA, you have a convergent invoicing. You see here? So this is where you go and learn up to this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. So overall in this training program, we are going to learn up to invoicing. So which is part of as part of the, okay, training agenda. And if you go to the BR 245, so you see most of the things what we are going to cover. Okay. And why these rest of the things? So all these things are tightly integrating with the FICA. So unless until without having a much knowledge on the FICA, so it's very difficult to learn all those stuff. Okay. But wherever we have an integration piece, like we have some SD integration, we have CC integration, we have a SOM integration, So definitely we have to go inside and we have to see what are those integration touch points for some of the specific use cases. So in order to learn overall what I'm trying to say here, in order to learn these two modules, we are not going anywhere out of this SAP S4 HANA. So that means it's a very easy for us to learn these two modules. We are always playing around and dirtying our hands within this particular S4 HANA box only. Okay, clear? Any questions, guys, in between? Yeah, I'll pause for a minute or two in case anything.
Uh, Hi, Rahul.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to.
Yeah. Yeah. You said that convergent invoicing is basically deals with all the type of invoices, right? But in terms of this subscription model, we do have this usage-based model, right? So how
Mm,
SAP monitors those usage? Is it like SAP has the capability to measure those usages, or it is from the third-party system outside?
yeah. So there is an integration with the third party system. So that's what I haven't even come to that, okay, module in order to explain. So we have another module, right? So convergent charging. So we have a three modules available, right, in
Okay.
the BRIM. So yeah, let me explain a little later. So if you have any other questions related to these two and
Yeah,
whatever
one
I have explained, yeah, please.
question. Regarding the line item billings, right? Um,
Mm.
is it
Mm-hmm.
possible to have this like, is the pricing is going to be fixed for a line item, or is it possible to like, if there is a requirement to give certain amount of discount, even the
Mm-hmm.
discount percentage is also like, not fixed based
Mm.
on the
Yeah.
usage, right, of that particular product.
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible, like, out of the box? Like, if my line
Mm.
item is having 200
Mm.
units, my baseline is 200 units, and then they consume like 220, something like that. Let's say
Mm.
I give 10% discount or something like that.
Mm.
So,
Mm. Quantity.
and then if they consume,
Qua-
yeah,
Yeah. Quantity based discounts, percentage, amount, and everything can be easily handled if you have a discount to be given and decided upfront, okay, as part of the order itself. Okay. So since we have a standard pricing procedure available in SD, in this BRIM also we are leveraging the same functionality, but that pricing is extended to your subscription order management. Not only just a pricing procedure, we have existing pricing procedure along with the advanced variant configuration. So we have to integrate these two together and you can achieve the discounts. And two things, discounts can be decided at the order level. Okay, if your use case is having those things as part of the order, then it's fine. And otherwise, discounts can be even applied, okay, later at the time of, okay, billable item generations or
my use case is basically like,
before
at the later stage,
before billing.
based on the consumption. Yeah, based on the consumption,
Yeah, that's what.
dynamically
So before
updating, like,
billing,
before
yeah,
billing. Yeah, at the
before
time of
billing,
billing.
yeah, exactly. So before billing also, we can able to, okay, apply or generate the additional line item for the discounts alone. So we have a lot of flexibility overall in S4 HANA. So it's not that everything is standard. So based on the use cases, system has already given some of the standard events. So standard events, nothing but there are some of the open gates, but you have to have standardized open gates where you can put your own piece of code there. So in the standard functionality, definitely that event will be triggered. But in that event, again, you have